a poet, a performer, a burlesque artist, a dancer. Have I missed anything?
And jolly nice chap.
Yes, and that.
Annoyingly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could question why anyone's allowed to have so much talent,
Yeah,
but we won't.
everyone's got
A
talent.
big round of applause for Jamie.
Thank you. No pressure. In fact, when I arrived, I was teaching a couple of people burlesque, including you with a red glove. So I expected to see you do some burlesque when you come up on stage.
Oh, aye.
Yeah. Okay, does anyone suffer with brain fog? Like the lovely old Keith Fenton.
Yeah, I said Maria instead of Liz.
Yeah.
That's brain fog. That's brain fog.
Well, this is based on a female friend of mine, and it's written from her perspective. And she has consistent amount of brain fog. I was having a conversation, and I just wrote it into this little rhyme. It's called "My Brain Has Turned to Dust." I seem to hibernate like a mushroom. I like to conceal beneath the bush because I feel that I haven't got a brain cell. My cognition is such a mush. Often I get staggered and mistook. My friends try to decipher the matter. Sometimes I feel that I have two brain cells. The cells just sit and natter. Don't even bother asking me about last week. I don't even know what day it is. I barely function physically when my brain is in such a fizz. Accomplishing a certain task can correlate in such a riddle. When I try to evaluate a mission, I get myself in such a piddle. If I seem away with the fairies, it may take a little more time to adjust. Life can take its rapid hold when my brain has turned to dust. Thank you. Okay, Doreen believes that big knickers rule. Doreen has heard they have returned in vogue. They are back to being cool. They may not be visually flattering in sense, but big knickers rule. She can't be doing with all of this provocative lingerie. They are nothing but a strand of string. They are only good for you know what, and that is a needless fling. She would rather feel adequately serene. It is more than she can say for some. For women that want to feel fabulous, with material stuck up their bum. They slide between the orifice. They make for an uncomfortable grind. There is always a policy of keeping your unmentionables intact, and that is to be kind to your behind. So ladies, never mind trying to impress your fellas or your girls, because you have to be kind to be cruel. They may not be visually flattering in sense, but by God don't big knickers rule. Thank you very much. Amen. I'm going to finish off with a childhood nostalgic poem by Alan Alberg. Everyone know Alan Alberg? Yeah, of course. I once said that at a gig and then I'm like, no, like, what the fuck? What's that fucking Alan Alberg? But anyway, my teacher, Mrs. Holt, she really inspired me when I was 5 years old to become a performance poet, because I remember her performing this poem, Please Mrs. Butler. Yes. At the end of each day before the bell rung, and I remember her having this big wild hair. She was really petite, thin, tall, with sharp glasses, and she used to recite this, and God bless her soul, this is for her. It's called Please Mrs. Butler. Please, Mrs. Butler, this boy, Derek Drew, keeps copying my work, miss. What shall I do? Go and sit in the hall, dear. Go and sit in the sink. Take your books on the roof, my lamb. Do whatever you think. Please, Mrs. Butler, this boy, Derek Drew, keeps taking my rubber, miss. What shall I do? Keep it in your hand, dear. Hide it up your vest. Swallow it if you like, my love. Do what you think's best. Please, Mrs. Butler, this boy, Derek Drew, keeps calling me rude names, miss. What shall I do? Lock yourself in the cupboard, dear. Run away to sea. Do whatever you like, my flower, but don't ask me. Thank you very much.
Fantastic! Oh my god, that was ace. I was getting pure like waves of Joyce Grenfell type vibes. It was wonderful, absolutely brilliant, and brilliant performance. Thank you so much. I know you've come a long way, and also you're always off going all over the world doing stuff, so we really appreciate you coming to Morley. Massive round of applause for Jamie Scotland. So by now, you'll have worked out that obviously the last open micer is very